In the depths of the ancient sea, long before the chronicles of humankind began, and even before the tallest mountains breached the horizon, there roamed a creature mighty and mysterious, a being so grand that the trembling ocean itself whispered its name in caution and awe: Leviathan. Fabled in the oldest stories passed from sailor to sailor, Leviathan is not just a monster born of fear, but an enduring legend meant to explain the wildness and wonder of the unknown. Before we go further, by subscribing, liking, and sharing your thoughts in the comments, you become a vital part of our growing community. Each interaction not only supports our mission, but also sparks deeper conversations around ancient legends and scriptural stories. Your engagement helps us explore new topics, share diverse perspectives, and create a welcoming space for all curious minds. Together, we can continue to uncover wisdom, inspire discovery, and nurture meaningful connections rooted in learning and respect. Imagine a world where the sky blended seamlessly with the sea, and sunlight touched only the highest crests of waves. Below, in an uncharted dominion of shadow and silence, stretching farther than even the bravest diver could dream, Leviathan ruled. Its scales shimmered like obsidian mirrors, reflecting the flickers of torchlight from ancient ships that dared venture too far from shore. Eyes like lanterns, deep and wise, seemed to know the history of every drop of water, every secret hidden in the cold abyss where the sun never shines. The legend tells of Leviathan's birth at the dawn of creation. Some say it was brought forth by the great gods to balance the chaos of the waters, a living boundary between the safe, coastal shallows and the madness of the endless deep. Others claim Leviathan is as old as creation itself, a spirit woven from the very essence of sea and storm, neither friend nor foe to humanity, but a force unto itself. Through generations, sailors would whisper tales of massive whirlpools and sudden storms, blaming them on Leviathan's massive coils winding beneath the surface. Ships disappeared, never to be found again, their crews vanished without a trace. To these men, Leviathan was a monster, an insatiable devourer waiting to drag the curious and the reckless into the crushing cold. Thus, ritual offerings were cast overboard. A mug of mead, a loaf of bread, a coin or two, all meant to appease the beast and ensure safe passage. But Leviathan's legend is not one of unending horror. There are stories, too, of awe and respect. It is said that to witness Leviathan was to see a miracle of the sea, a body so vast and ancient that it seemed eternal, its every movement a rolling tide, its song a deep vibration felt more in the bones than in the ears. Sometimes, a lucky sailor returning to port would claim to have glimpsed a colossal tail or seen an eye as big as a ship's wheel watching curiously from below. These encounters became badges of honor, proof that the sailor had survived the ultimate trial by the ocean's own gatekeeper. As time went on, the story of Leviathan took on new meanings in various lands. In the hearts of desert wanderers, Leviathan became a symbol of all that lies just beyond the edge of understanding. To mystics and storytellers, it was not a beast, but a living mystery, something that could never quite be caught or conquered, yet always pulled at the deepest parts of the human spirit. One tale, told by fishermen in the misty northern harbors, speaks of the night of silence. On this night, no wind blew, and the moon hung low and red in the sky. The sea was eerily still. Every wave was a barely whispered word. The old men say it was then that Leviathan surfaced, its vast body a living island, barnacle-crusted and shimmering under the ghostly light. The creature sang, not a roar or howl, but a slow, mournful melody that echoed across the water. Fish leapt from the sea in answer. Seabirds circled, silent and rapt. When the song ended, so the legend goes, every sailor felt a change within, a deeper respect for the ocean's mystery, a humble awe for forces greater than themselves. In other lands, Leviathan was painted as a challenge from the gods, proof that human pride must be tempered by humility. More than once, entire kingdoms sent fleets to hunt the creature, driven by a desire to prove mastery over the unknown. These fleets would vanish, swallowed by storms no one saw coming, and their defeat became a lesson. Not everything in nature can be conquered. In these tellings, Leviathan is not cruel but necessary, a guardian that keeps the boundaries between what mankind can own and what must remain wild. Artists and scholars, too, found inspiration in Leviathan. Ancient mosaics depict the beast coiled around the world, jaws open, as if swallowing the sea itself. In ancient texts, Leviathan is a riddle, a metaphor for fate, for the inevitability of change and the unpredictability of life. Poets wrote of its beauty, how its scales shimmered in impossible colors, and how witnessing its rise from the depths was like seeing the birth of the world all over again. As civilizations rose and fell, and as the tools of navigation grew more advanced, the literal belief in Leviathan may have faded, but its spirit endures. Some say it lives on in the great whales that breach the surface with thunderous grace, or in stories told around the galley table on stormy nights, when every howl of the wind is a reminder of the ocean's wildness. In the drone of the foghorn, in the eerie calm before a squall, in the uncharted trenches of the deepest sea, the legend of Leviathan still waits. Modern explorers plunging into the darkness with their submersibles sometimes report strange, unexplainable things. Unaccountable currents, fleeting shadows on the edge of sonar, a sudden stillness in the water that feels like the world holding its breath. Perhaps, deep in those sunless realms, something ancient does watch. The last living echo of a legend, waiting not in menace, but as a reminder that the world is more mysterious than we can ever know. To some, Leviathan is a warning. Respect the boundaries of nature, or be swept away by forces beyond your control. To others, it is hope incarnate, a dream of wonders yet unseen, of mysteries that remain to be uncovered. For the child listening to stories at bedtime, Leviathan is a hero, a giant older than time, who guards the seas against all who would misuse their depths. For the sailor in the night, it is a whispered prayer, a presence felt just out of sight, keeping vigil as the boat rocks gently on the black water. Through centuries and across cultures, the legend of Leviathan endures because it touches something primal within us all. It asks us to be brave, to be humble, to question, and to imagine. Whether monster or miracle, Leviathan is a piece of the eternal dialogue between humankind and the wild, a living paradox, showing us both the terror and the beauty in what we do not understand. As the tides ebb and flow and centuries slip quietly into the past, the question lingers. Will Leviathan ever break the surface, revealing its truth to the world? Or will it remain eternally concealed in the abysses of legend? In many ways, Leviathan endures as a reminder that some mysteries are destined to remain unsolved. Its presence, in stories, dreams, and imaginations, continues to stir wonder, suggesting that not every secret of the deep is meant to surface. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the depths of myth and legend. Leviathan's story continues to ripple through time, reminding us of the awe-inspiring mysteries that the ocean still holds. As we reflect on these enduring tales, may we carry forward a sense of wonder and humility, not just toward the sea, but toward all the untamed corners of our world. Until next time, let the spirit of the unknown inspire your own adventures.